Hi. Hi, can you hear me? Can you see me? Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Trying to get this to work. Hi.
Hi. Who's this? Who are you again?
Robin.
Hi, Robin.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. Every time we have a webinar, I always admire your room. It looks so pretty with the fireplace and the
Thank
candles on
you.
the mantle. And where are you out of?
I'm out of Connecticut, right on the border of Rhode Island, so southeastern Connecticut,
Okay.
not far from the water.
Nice.
It's nice.
So like Stamford, Hartford area?
No, it's Stanford. Hartford is northwest. Is north from here.
Okay.
This is along the coast. It's not far from the coast. Have you heard of Mystic, Connecticut?
Been there. It's
So
beautiful.
we're really close to Mystic.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's really nice. I love that part of New England.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'm a transplant. I'm from Pennsylvania.
Okay. So it looks like we have Joanne. I see Joanne's on.
Okay.
And there's another individual on who has the video turned off, which is fine.
Okay.
Hi, this is Christina Stimmen. Actually, I'm calling in by phone, so no video today.
That's fine. Christina, before we begin, I need your email because your email has gotten kicked back to me.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you're using the first email that you tried to reach me at. I think there might have been a misspelling in the name, but it's CJ, as in Janet, Stimmen, so CJSTIMMANN @gmail.com.
Okay, that is the problem. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and I'll change
that's
it on my list.
Yeah, that's a mouthful of consonants. I apologize.
Quite all right. I've seen
but I do know that we have had some email exchanges with the correct one, so hopefully it won't be a problem.
Okay. All right.
And
Well,
Joanne, thank you for your call this morning.
Joanne, Joanne, your audio is not working. Can anyone hear Joanne?
No.
No.
Okay. Not hearing you, Joanne. Wonder if I can type a message. Let me open chat. Your audio is not working. Okay. Yeah, she's got it turned off. Oh. Okay. Joanne, can you say something?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'll tell you what's happening is that I can't get the picture. I don't know why. I don't see anything on the screen. I'm glad you can hear me.
We can hear you and we can see you.
All right.
Robin, can
Well,
you
I
see
wish
it?
I could see you, but until that happens, I'll just be hearing you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Joanne, you wanna start here?
Sure. Who's on the call?
Robin Dana.
Yeah.
And on the call, Christine or Christina?
Yeah, Christina Stimmen. Thanks for your call this morning, Joanne.
Oh, you're welcome. No problem. So there are four of us now?
Yes, there are four of us.
Okay. Well, it feels really weird not to be able to see you. And since there's just four of us, I'm inclined to just spend a few more minutes trying to get it to work.
Sure.
Yeah. So, and we don't have a heavy agenda. We have an agenda of mostly answering your questions or, filling out the plan a little bit more. So we can.
Clara just joined us.
Who's that?
Clara just joined us. Hi, Clara.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Hi.
All right. So, I'm going to just shut down Safari and start all over again, if that's okay with you, for a few minutes.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
You want to wait before we start, or do you want me to get started, or?
Well, whatever. You might as well be doing. Oh, there you are. I see you now.
Got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
You see me?
We can
Yes,
see.
yes.
Wonderful. Okay, there we are. So, all right. Hi, Clara.
Hi, Joanne.
Oh,
Mhm,
hi.
yeah.
Hi.
So all of us are going on the trip. Everyone on this call right now. So
Yeah.
yeah, we can, do a little virtual community building. Yeah. So so I got a little bit of response from people who want to go on tours in Florence and in San Giuliano Terme. And I had sent out an email, I don't know if you saw it or not,
Yes.
proposing that each one of us who has an idea for a tour or, a passion for a tour should use some forum to put that out to everyone. And then we can find out how many people are interested. And among that group, you can decide which day you want the tour to be and who should actually book it. So it would be decided among the people who are interested.
Okay.
So I think that's the most efficient way to do it. And so I don't know if you saw that email, but you probably will.
I did.
I did too.
If you don't mind sharing emails, that would be great. Unfortunately, I'm not on Facebook, so I'm wondering if maybe I'm missing some of the posts around the tour ideas.
I don't think you have missed them, but I'd like to release everyone's email to each other, if you don't mind. I just need to get everyone's permission.
Sure.
I'm fine with that.
Sure.
Okay, I figured it would be, but I still wanted to make it official.
Thank you.
Sure.
Looks like we have one more person on the call. It's a call-in only. It's not video.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah, it's Margie.
Oh, hi, Margie. Hi.
Great.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah. So I read the book Inferno by Dan Brown. I don't know if you've heard of that, but it's one of these intellectual mystery thrillers that takes place in Florence. It was one way that I wanted to become more familiar with Florence in kind of a fun way. So yeah, there's a tour. There's a tour that I can buy for $6. That's a self-guided tour, like a book and an MP3 that takes whoever takes the tour goes on the same route as his characters in the book. So I'm inclined to want to do that for two, maybe 1 or 2 afternoons that I'm there. So
How long, Joanne,
Yeah.
how long is the tour?
Yeah.
I guess if it's self-guided, it's as long as you want it to be.
yeah, but there is a professional one that follows the same route, and it's a whole day. Yeah, so I was thinking it might be 2 afternoons to do the tour in a self-guided way, but it doesn't have to be. So anyway, that's something to think about if any of you are interested.
Yeah.
There's plenty of time to decide, because you don't have to decide that one until I'm ready to leave the hotel to take it.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah, it's a fun book. If you like Dan Brown's,
Yeah.
He did Angels and Demons and the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, he's the one who wrote those.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so far as far as the meal preferences, I think we have 2 people who are mostly vegetarian but eat fish, and I haven't heard from everyone yet as far as what their food preferences are. So at this point, it sounds like we might ask for the main meal to be fish with one course will be fish and the other courses will be vegetarian. And
Sounds great.
but I'm waiting for I'm waiting for everyone to respond.
I do.
Joanne, Suzanne, can you give us an idea? I'm sorry, I interrupted.
It's okay.
Oh, well, that's all right.
I was just curious, can you give us an idea of the number of participants at this point?
Yeah, there's 11 CE students right now.
Okay.
Oh.
We did have one other gentleman, but he had a medical interruption, so he had to very regretfully withdraw.
Okay.
Yeah, he promised he'd be on the next one. But yeah, so we had 12. Right now we're at 11 participants.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Plus,
That's a nice size.
Yes, I think it's a very nice size.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, so, so Christina, do you think your husband is interested in attending the meal? The meal that we're all going to share on the night
opening
before
meal.
Christmas?
Yeah, I do, and I actually was going to ask that question. I'd like to be a part of the 3-day excursion. I think that's what he and I have decided. We weren't sure initially, so I need to pay for that and for his meal, but I don't know exactly how to do that through PayPal. That would be through you, Suzanne. Is that right? Maybe I send
You can.
back. We can do that. I'm not sure how to do that on the side, so it'd be the additional money.
Yeah, I can answer that because I'm the one who's
Okay.
leading that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's no real program to pay us for, other than I had the idea of presenting a 1.5 hour group consultation if you want to take it. And
Yes.
so there's a small charge for that, but otherwise we're each paying for our own hotels and our own meals.
Sure.
Although I'm
Okay.
hoping that we'll have meals together and decide to take some tours together.
Oh, that'd be
Okay.
nice. That'd be really nice.
Yeah, and you can pay me anytime. So
Okay. And I could
Yeah.
just do that. You and I can do that separately, Joanne.
yes, right.
But then I need to pay the $23 fee
Right.
for the additional meal, but that goes to Suzanne?
Yeah, it would be. It's important to have that prepaid because the hotel is going to
No problem.
charge us for it. Yeah.
Do you have my address, Christina?
Do you want me just to send you a check? Is that the best way to go versus the PayPal?
That's that's probably the best way to go. I know other people are sending me checks, so I'll just keep
Okay.
all that.
Yeah, I
in one place.
believe I have your address. Is it on your web page or is it on the, I think it's been in the emails, is that correct?
I don't know, but I can give it to you now, and I don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, it's 8, the number 8,
Mm-hmm.
and the street name is Sagewood, Sagewood,
Okay.
Court,
Mm-hmm.
Fredericksburg, Burg,
Okay.
Virginia,
Got it.
22406.
22406. Okay. I will get that in the mail before the end of the week.
Great. Okay, thank you.
So I also wanted to mention that there is some beautiful Italian countryside beyond the hotel. So the hotel is in Florence, but it's on the edge of Florence on the road to Fiesole. Fiesole is about 15 minutes down the road, and there are Roman ruins there. And there are beautiful estates out in the country there that make olive oil and give tours.
Oh, wow.
So I'm interested in that too, because I enjoy being out in the country. Just
That sounds lovely.
right.
That does
And it's
sound
good restaurants in Fiesole also. If it's a little more informal than Florence.
Mhm. Could I just go back to the meal? I just wanted to say that I would need gluten-free.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's very important to know.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not totally strict, but I have to have most of my meals that way, or I'll start not feeling well.
Mhm. Okay.
And fish will be fine. I do a lot of vegan, but fish is fine to
Yeah.
have with
Well,
that.
I think that we can order special meals in addition to the main meal, and I am planning to do that.
Oh,
So you can too. If you'd rather have a vegan meal, you should just send it to me in writing if you could. If you haven't already.
I actually did email you, but I'm sort of like on the fence. I don't want to miss really fabulous cuisine, and so like certain things I'll decide, day by day what I'm going to have and not have. So
Sure.
I do mostly vegan, but we'll make some exceptions. But the gluten-free is pretty important.
Okay.
I think we need to, that needs to be clear to the hotel for breakfast because, Joanne, if you don't mind me jumping in here.
No, that's fine.
the hotel itself does not have a restaurant there for our welcome dinner. They'll have food from a restaurant that we, to bring in for our dinner. And then meals at the hotel for the rest of the program are just going to be breakfast. So if they're going to be offering a lot of pastries and that sort of thing, that might be a very gluten heavy breakfast. But John, I think you said that they also have yogurt, probably fruit, tea, coffee.
Oh yeah, they do. But some people may not want to eat dairy either. Fortunately, we can, I think when I stayed there last time, I kept a little supply of food there, and so I can meet my own needs.
But all of the lunches, aside from the first dinner, all the lunches and all the dinners are going to be out in town on our own.
And I remember when I visited before, there were a lot of vegetable side dishes in a lot of restaurants, so I don't think that's going to be an issue.
Okay.
To have mostly vegetables.
Okay.
I didn't have any problems in Italy. It was fabulous.
Yeah.
Food was fabulous. Yeah. We can have more catered meals at the hotel, but I'm not, it's not part of the program. And I think it's better not to plan them right now.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Because there is a restaurant within walking distance. Yeah.
Anybody have any other questions about meals?
So can you just remind us what meals come with our participation and what we're responsible for ourselves?
Sure. We're hosting a welcome dinner, on that Monday evening, the night before the actual class starts, and then the hotel room comes with breakfast.
Okay.
And those are the meals that are included.
That's helpful. Thank you.
I do have a couple of things that I need to cover. I'll mention them pretty briefly now, and also want to mention that as the time draws near, we'll be sending everyone who's attending an email with a lot of logistical information. Okay, so anything that we talk about or that I mentioned tonight, don't worry about getting it all down on paper, because it's going to all be reviewed in an email that we send out. Joanne, do you have anything else you need to talk about right now?
I can't think of anything. Thank you.
Okay. All right. I just have a couple of things. For those of you who have smartphones, there's an app that's called Google Translate. And I downloaded it this morning and played around with it, and it is really a lot of fun. It works, it's a Google app, so it works on iPhone, it works on Android. And you download it, it's for free. You can type in, and you can choose your language, English to Italian, Italian to English, or any other country, if you're in other countries as well. And you type in what you want to ask, say, someone out on the street, or if you want to ask directions or anything at all. And then it will translate that to Italian. And if you hit the microphone, it will speak it so you can hear the pronunciation.
Oh, wonderful.
It also has a camera. If you activate your camera, it'll say, it would like to activate your camera. Go ahead and allow it. You put the camera up in front of, say, a sign. It will translate the sign to English.
Wow.
On the face of your phone. It's not perfect. It's a little squirrely, and sometimes the words and the letters jump around, but it gives you a basic idea. And that's very helpful too. If you go to a restaurant and it's all in Italian, you just hold your phone over the menu and you can pretty much figure out what the food is.
Thank you, Suzanne.
Like broken English. I'll tell you about that. We'll include that in the email. The other thing is,
I have an addition to that.
Sure.
This morning I purchased a Bluetooth earphone that automatically translates from 14 different languages. So you wear it. You can have a conversation with someone as long as you have Wi-Fi, and it'll translate it right into your ear. So
That's cool.
I'm going to be playing with that. It only cost about $30.
That's amazing.
So that's a good segue into the next topic I was going to bring up, which is use of your cell phones. I don't know if any of you travel frequently overseas, but if you use your cell phones, it can be very, very, very costly if you're roaming, if you're taking pictures and posting them on Facebook. So I will send you this breakout that my husband actually, who is a super tech wizard and travels extensively internationally, it will give you a breakdown of the options that you can talk to your cell phone carrier for. You can call them up, say, hey, I'm going to Italy. What's the best package? What does my current package offer overseas? And if it doesn't offer anything, what would you recommend? Or, these are the days, this is the time frame I'm going to be there. How much is it for a 1-day usage, for a 10-day usage, for a 15-day usage, and so on and so forth. Just to super quick go over a couple of things. If you pay per use, that's the most risky option. If you purchase a daily package, you need to be very careful about how and when you use your phone, but you get charged 1 day at a time. If you can also buy a monthly package depending on your carrier. Now, all of the major carriers do have packages overseas, but if you have a smaller, I think he mentioned Cricket, you have a smaller carrier, they may not have any available packages overseas or any available use overseas. So in that case, take pictures with your phone and then put your phone away because you can't do anything with it. Don't, obviously, like you would in the States, you're not going to do any kind of sensitive transactions like banking or anything like that. You can use your phone as a phone and as text without using internet. And that is a different price structure. So I can send you this information now if you want to call your carrier and ask them. But if you really want to be safe, my husband, his name is Charlie. I'll just refer to Charlie. He's known people who've come home from overseas trips with a $1,200 phone bill.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, it can be shocking. So you really need to be judicious about what you want to use your phone for and what you can use your phone for. Okay. To err on the side of caution, don't be calling home for it. If you are in a place that has free Wi-Fi, and you've got some kind of overseas package or international package, that might be the most cost effective. But I'm really speaking outside of my comfort zone because I don't travel internationally a lot. Everything I know, I learned from him. But I can send you this breakdown. He actually...
that'd be helpful.
Yeah, so I can do that in the next week or so. The other thing is, when you're leaving Italy, be very, get to the airport very, very, very early. Where in the States, they recommend 2 hours ahead of time. When you're overseas, leaving the foreign country, there are several checkpoints at the airport and several security points at the airport. So you don't just show them your ID and your passport and go through security one time. There are potentially several checkpoints. So you really want to make sure that you get to the airport very, very early, maybe 3 or 4 hours. Find a cafe. If you get through it all early enough, find a cafe and sit and read a book or whatever. But it's better to be an hour early than 5 minutes late and miss your plane. And the last thing I want to mention is, from everything I've heard, petty theft is rampant in Italy. I met a girl about a week ago who said that she was on a train in Italy and she had fallen asleep with her $400 pair of sunglasses on her head. And when she woke up, they were gone.
Wow.
And I also know of someone who had his passport in his briefcase, put the briefcase down. He was on the train, put his briefcase just down on the floor, turned to get something, turned back, the passport was gone. So keep everything glued to your person. Don't let anything valuable that you can't afford to lose out of sight. When I travel, I'm sorry?
I was thinking a cross bag, a crossbody bag, and having everything, my passport, having a wallet that had everything in it, the passport, the tickets, credit cards, and always having it in that crossbody bag.
That's a good idea. And in a separate location, keep a copy of your passport, a copy of your driver's license, and a list of all of the phone numbers for the credit card companies, just in the event that something happens.
Okay. And you're going to put all of that into an email, Suzanne?
Yes, everything will be put in an email.
Thank you.
I wanted to share that I went online looking at travel purses and travel wallets, and I never had heard of this, but they're made of a fabric and that prevents, I didn't even know that people are doing this, the credit cards we have now with chips, that someone can go by with a wand and actually get information off of it. I mean, they created this wonderful thing for security with these chips, and now someone's found a way to break into that. And so, as my brother said, he knew about that. He had gone out of the States recently, and he said, all you have to do is put foil over your credit card. But I think I'd be concerned that would scratch the credit card. So I don't know. So I'm considering, I saw some online that were really inexpensive, these large wallets to hold everything, like $10, $20. So I thought I'd get one of those.
That's good to know.
It's unbelievable. It's like, what next are thieves going to get access to?
Yeah. Although if you don't want to invest in that and you want to wrap it in foil, you could always put it in a Ziploc bag and then wrap the Ziploc bag in foil. So there's that barrier protection between the card and the foil.
For me, if I have too many places for things, I'll forget, I'll misplace it, forget it. But yeah, that is a good idea.
So is everyone clear about airport transfers?
What do you mean?
Getting from Rome to Florence. If you're flying into Rome, if you're flying into Florence, you just take a taxi to the hotel. But if you're flying into Rome, you need to take you can take a short train or a bus or a taxi, which is the most expensive transport system, from Rome airport to the main train terminal downtown. Then you buy your rail or Italo-rail. Actually, you need to buy that ticket in advance.
Yeah, I remember you had mentioned that. Yeah.
Yeah. When you if you're flying into Rome, you don't need to buy a ticket here stateside to get from Rome airport to the train station downtown, but to get from that main train station, I've got it written down. I forget the name of it. I can put it in an email.
Starts with an S, I think.
Roma Termini is, I believe, the Roma Termini is the main terminal in Rome, where you get your Italia Rail train to Florence. That's a high-speed train. It takes about 90 minutes. Not very expensive. It's about $26 if you go coach. It's $39 if you go first class. I was strongly advised to go first class because it makes a big difference. So that to buy your Italia Rail ticket, you need to do that stateside.
Okay.
You just go to italiarail.com.
Okay, and how much time should we give ourselves from when the plane is landing in Rome to get that short train to the Roma Termini?
I'm going to have a 4-hour time frame. I don't think you need a 4-hour time frame. I would think from wheels down to leaving Roma Termini, I don't know, maybe I always err on leaving myself plenty of time just because I don't like feeling stressed when I travel.
I'm the same way.
I would imagine, yeah, I would imagine maybe 3 hours is enough.
Okay.
Roma Termini is a big terminal, and you could, from what I've heard, what I understand, and you can just, go in I think that there is, yes, there's a lounge. I'm looking at my notes from our last webinar. There is a lounge. It takes a half hour. Yes, it takes a half hour to get from the airport to the train station, to Roma Termini. So from wheels down to getting your luggage, to getting through, excuse me, I got a spam message, to getting on the train to go to Florence. You might want to leave it about 3 hours, I would imagine, 3 to 4 hours.
Because I was also thinking, what if there's a delay of leaving out of the airport in the States? So even that I like the idea of 3 hours. Give yourself an amount of time.
I bought my rail tickets from Rail Europe, which is located in the United States. And if you want to, you can buy a protection package so that if you can't make the train or if whatever, you get your money back or you get a credit toward another ride. If you're interested in that, it's another way to book your rail.
That's
All right.
And who is that through?
RailEurope.com.
And are you booking ahead the return trip? Are you doing, the rail for the return trip?
If you're flying out, if you're returning out of Rome, you need to book that ahead of time. I'm flying out of Florence, so mine is just a one-way.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I just got a notification. We've got about 8 minutes left.
Wow.
So that's all I need to share this time around. If anybody has anything you'd like to add or any questions, Joanne, you got anything to add?
Well, of course, you can ask us questions online anytime. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the best place? Should we be doing it on Facebook or email? Do you have a preference?
I prefer being emailed if you're wanting to communicate with me. If you want to communicate with the whole group, then right now Facebook is the best way, except after I have everyone's permission to release your email addresses, then I think a group email is the best way.
Oh, that'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah, if everybody's cool with having your email on the group list, one person asking the question might be the same question someone else didn't think of asking but wants to know.
That sounds great.
That's fine. Yeah.
So are you all okay with me releasing your email addresses to each other?
Yes.
Great. Hi, Julie. Welcome.
Hi, I forgot to give you all that information.
Well, it's not too late.
Yeah, I'll email it to you.
Great. So
let me remind everyone, if you're wanting CEU credits, please let me know. Email me with the type of CEU credits you want, social work or whatnot.
So this is Christina again. Just a quick question. I think Joanna had already emailed you perhaps a long time ago for CEU credits for the Board of Behavioral Sciences in California, but I'm also a registered yoga teacher through Yoga Alliance. So can we do both?
Yes.
Yes, you can do both.
Okay, that's great.
Christina, if you don't mind sending me that information just in a quick email.
Yes, I need to respond to a couple of
things. Please send it to both of us.
I will. I'll be certain to do that.
Okay. All right. Well, it's been a pleasure seeing you all again.
Yes. I feel like I know you all.
I know.
Yeah. It's fun using the internet for organizing.
Yeah.
So have a lovely week or 2 or 3, and I'll see you again soon.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much for everyone's time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.
All right.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye.